out the bat, he's just gonna get taken down.
Yeah, I think we already know where this is going.
Yeah, okay, welcome to the podcast. Funny meme. And I'm here with
I'm punished Gav.
Gav, I guess that's what I'll call you.
And Krabs.
Podcast where we talk about whatever we want. And also sometimes we just I don't know. This is the first episode and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Stupid meme reviews.
We're the main hosts, basically, but we're also supposed to have we're supposed to have two other people here, but they couldn't join us today.
Yeah, we had
Random.
We had a bit of a bra moment. Random YT could not join us today because he's a stupid Mexican, and the female we are going to have here to validate all of us, she couldn't show up because she's having a bit of an oopsie at home. and as far we don't really have a definite episode or anything on when they're going to both be available. And since this is the first episode, you're stuck with us.
I haven't seen the femoid in like a month.
She hasn't been on a Discord for months, and I tagged with her, so it's all good. But
yeah, one of our hosts is missing in action, and the other is just never available.
I don't know what's going on with him, but he's Mexican. It probably has something to do with his family. And even if he could join us, we'd still hear his family in the background. Anyways.
Yeah, we'd also hear his little chihuahua. We'd hear his gaming dubstep. We'd hear all of it.
Everything.
And we're getting back to Xbox Live days, because that's what used to happen. Like all the Mexican families would just be like, they're making dishes crashing, and the mom's yelling.
Yeah, that's the stereotype I'm basing it off of.
You know, I actually got a little funny story about, now it's like it used to be that, but the last time I used in-game voice chat and tried to communicate with my team on Xbox, it was on Warframe for the Xbox One. I was farming a boss, the Lynx, I think was his name. I was trying to get a new Warframe, but I swear to God, the guy on my team who was talking was on the phone making funeral arrangements. I swear on my mom, I'm not kidding. He was making funeral arrangements and talking about when he was going to be able to make it as he's playing Warframe.
Was just doing, yeah. Was it push to talk microphone, or was it?
No, it was like it caught everything. It's Xbox.
Why?
Xbox doesn't have push to talk. I mean, there's a mute button.
That was an autistic moment. I completely forgot that you said Xbox.
Yeah, you're just not a real gamer. You don't know your consoles.
I don't know. No, man. Like I'm just like, it's so shocking to just hear like, yeah, I'm just gonna not unplug my microphone while I make funeral arrangements.
I mean, he could at least mute it. He didn't even have to take it off.
Yeah, like I don't know how Warframe works. I haven't played it, but like imagine
it's better than Destiny.
You're in game. You're talking to your friends. Like they're telling you to get somewhere. You're like, yeah, I'll get there. And then right after that, you're like, yeah, I'll try to be there on Friday. God rest her soul.
Well, no, but he wasn't even trying to talk to us. He was just talking about the funeral, talking about putting up the money up front, talking about all of it.
Game. Not talking to his teammates.
Well, I'm sure.
That's
do
fine.
I have any more good voice chat stories while we're on the topic? There was a time where I heard a kid get beaten by his mom because he said his mom was a whore.
That's happened too many times.
But this kid was probably like 9, and he started giving out his mom's information too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them. If that's ever happened, anyone who's had that happen to you, you're probably 9.
Yeah, well, to me, that's part of the reason why you shouldn't let small children on the internet, at least unsupervised.
Exactly, and that's actually one of the things we're going to talk about later in the podcast, so.
Yeah, that's why I did a little bit of foreshadowing there. Did you like that?
Nice.
Starting us off with some internet safety. All right, now what's our first topic for today, Tyler?
Okay, the first topic is just we're going to introduce ourselves.
Transitioning topics.
Alright, Alright, that works.
So, introductions.
Introductions. If you don't know me already, I'm Unfunny Meme. I have, obviously, and it's not popular at all, but
It sucks.
I'm conservative, I'm Jewish, and I'm male, so I'm basically everything that anyone hates right now.
Pretty
Well, I
much.
mean, the Jews are kind of in a pretty good position.
Oh,
Now,
better than before, definitely.
Yeah, better than before, most definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Well, since I spoke out of turn, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Krabs. I am the most popular one here, but my channel is bleeding out views every day. I enjoy epic irony. I'm very epic. I get all the meme culture. I browse 4channel. I'm a far right reactionary.
Very far
I
right.
raided Siege and Hail Meth.
I
That's it.
raided Siege.
Yep.
Yeah. So and then who else?
I don't actually know what the Femoid and the Mexican are, but I can speak for me.
No, speak for yourself. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
I can speak for the Mexican if you want. In fact, I can speak for all of them.
Speak for the Mexican. I'll speak for the Femoid.
Okay.
All right, so I'm.
Now we're...
What?
Oh, Gavin's introducing himself. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm Punished Gav. I obtained that title after I deleted my Metal Gear Solid save data on accident, and I felt very punished for it. I'm the very odd love child between libertarianism and fascism, and I hate gay people.
Bro.
I think we all do, but that's.
Well, it's only half. We're only half joking here. We're only half joking.
Oh,
It's all, guys. Don't worry. It's all epic irony. It's all epic irony. As long as I say that, you'll never know what we actually believe.
My voice is like really my.
Oh, it's coming through fine on my.
Just rung the doorbell. I may be in danger. Okay.
Maybe in danger. Get this home defense musket.
Defense system. I need my Swiss knife and.
Remember what you read in Siege.
It might be the mailman.
It might be the mailman. You know what you have to do.
All right.
It's the mailman.
I'm probably gonna cut out some of the Siege talk. I don't want Tyler's channel getting taken down.
Yeah, that would be bad. I mean, I already.
Bummer.
What?
Boy, this is a good first episode.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'd like to say something really quickly about irony. You see, part of the reason I love epic irony so much is if I say I'm being ironic, you never know what I'm being ironic about. You see, when I said I was a far-right reactionary, because I'm into the epic irony, you don't know what I actually am. I could be employing the use of irony to make it sound on surface level like I'm not, but maybe the irony is that I actually am and I'm trying to throw you off. Or maybe the irony is that I understand how that could work.
You're playing big boy politics, and I'm confused by it.
But yeah, dude, that's why I get 10 views a video and you get none.
That's why I don't even have a YouTube channel.
That's right. Bow down. So it's an.
Okay. All right. I'm back.
All right. We were just introducing the Femoid and the Mexican. All right. So our missing Mexican host is a fellow by the name of Random YT. Won't say his real name. Not sure if he wants the docs just yet.
Except I kind of just did say his name.
I figured we'd cut it out.
Gotta censor that.
We could cut it out. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So and he is he's a lot he's close to us politically. He's a right winger. I kind of took him under my wing, and I told him that white people are superior. And now he agrees, but not at the same time. But you see, it's the epic irony. You don't know what I actually told him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
This irony
and
stuff is great. I can tell you, I can say whatever I want, and then I can just say, dude, I'm just being ironic.
it's great.
And unfortunately, the gamer girl femoid host that we're going to have here to help validate everything we say, she unfortunately could not join us. She's having indefinite difficulties with her technology. We don't know when everything's going to be resolved. But hopefully it'll be resolved at some point before we get too deep into the podcast. So yeah, hopefully we'll have everyone together next time.
Yeah, hopefully, but the problem with that is that could depend on when next time is.
That's true. That's true.
If we do want to have everyone here. I mean, it shouldn't be hard to get the Mexican here.
Yeah.
The girl.
Yeah, but the problem that we also got to consider is there's always the chance that whenever next time is, we still need to depend on them being free. Next time could be next weekend, but maybe they'll be
Could
free
be
next
month.
weekend, maybe they won't. Could be next
You whenever.
There might not be another next time.
And it could depend on whether weeks to talk about or not.
Yep.
We.
Next time.
I guess now that Chase has explained why, could we go into the part about the...
Oh, sorry. So what's our first topic tonight, gentlemen?
New topic.
Alright, new topic time. So, internet safety. Reason why the girl can't join us today, but we're not going to go into the details of it because we're going to respect the privacy.
Yeah, we're part of anti-dox gang here. I'm a big fan of the online privacy.
The main point of the topic is that Discord is and helps prevent.
Hey, I'm sorry, you're kind of cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure if it's your mic or your internet.
Let me say something. And the point is that Discord, it kind of the idea of using voice chats in a way on Discord, it can kind of prevent creation of children online in a way.
I'm sorry, I still missed that last thing you said. It can prevent what?
It can prevent predation of children online.
You mean it makes it less likely for kids to be predators or to be preyed upon by predators?
Yeah, and I mean, but that's not all of it, because that's just part of it. Another part of it is that I feel like parents are very concerned about internet safety because we're in a world where using the internet is becoming more common. More kids not only want to use it, but have to.
Yeah.
So, the main point that I want to make is that I feel like responsible for knowing if their kid can handle themselves online.
Yeah. I agree with some what you said, Tyler, but I do have to disagree on some stuff there. You see, I'm not a big fan of giving kids too much freedom to do whatever they like. When you're a teenager, I think it's a little bit different. You should as you get older. A part of being raised properly is being taught to be more responsible as you get older. I think kids just generally, young kids generally shouldn't be allowed on the internet without supervision. People might say you're behind in the times, but kids just do not know what they're doing. A kid likely doesn't understand viruses, and I know that because a lot of people don't understand viruses now. You have these grown adults that don't understand when you get an ad in your email that says click and we'll tell you how to get a bigger wee-wee in only 2 days. They will click that link. All these viruses work because people are still fooled by them. And if adults that are not educated, and again, as I was saying, not educated, I mean not educated in computer safety, older people or people who just never took the time to learn, if they're susceptible to it, young kids are even more susceptible because their reasoning skills haven't developed yet. And
And
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I agree with you on this. I feel like morals, they don't have reasoning. They see something that interests them, like if they see like one of those ads, like click on this ad to get a bigger penis or whatever.
Well, I don't think a kid's gonna click on that. I was just using that example.
Well, that's not
yeah.
That's not the point. If they like see an ad for like
Five Nights
free
at Freddy's
download,
for free.
like, download of Minecraft or something, that is a stupid example, but whatever. That's the example I'm using. If they see something like that, they will click on that because they know that they want it. That they're gonna try it and get it. And I will say something. I'm pretty sure I'm a virus. You know why? Because I was good reasoning, and I was allowed to use his computer. So,
like when I was young, my dad taught me, early on, because he's always been a computer guy. He, taught me like I'm by no means a computer guy, but I understand like safety, and I know don't click on the mysterious link that says
don't click on penis enlargement pills.
Don't do that.
Don't click it.
When you're on Pornhub, do not click on any of it. Actually, don't even watch porn. It's bad for you. It's we can talk about that in another episode, but it's literally a drug. But I have something else I wanted to say. You said that voice chats make it harder for kids to be predators. I disagree there too, because you see, a lot of predators were getting access to their prey. I hate to say that, but prey over things like Skype, where you can call people, but they're still able to fool them.
Aryan predator.
Yeah, the prey for the Aryan predator. Okay, no, I don't want to use that example because we're talking. All right, but like you hear these, they're horror stories that most most people with developing brains would know not to do. But it's like people can still easily be fooled by anyone online. Like it's not like it's just because you can talk to them over voice that makes you safe. And you got to think about it too. A lot of these child predators or just predators in general are psychopathic people. They are manipulators. They know how to manipulate people into giving them what they want. So and because they'll come off as the most friendly people in the world, because that's part of the manipulation game. And so, I mean, I can understand parents being concerned about that, but I think that it also has to do with teaching your kid stuff about stranger danger early on, and don't talk to strange people you meet online. And if you do, because let's face it, if you're going to be on the internet, you're going to talk to, I've never met either of you in real life. Let's just put that on the table. None of us know each other.
Yeah, none of us have met in real life.
But this is what I always say to everyone. Never be the one to dox yourself. Never be a self-doxer. Keep all your information private. I'm talking, maybe give out your first name, if you know someone on a first name basis. Never give out your full name, address, state, city, nothing. That's the best way to be protected. That, and don't go to the penis enlargement websites.
And another thing I want to say, it's actually something I realized I would say today. Last night I realized, in all those predator prevention ads, child predator, online, stuff like that, the person who represents the child who was attacked or molested because they gave away their information is because they gave away their information.
I mean, of course, we're not saying it's their fault, because
it's not their
being
fault.
Taken advantage of, but that's the reason there needs to be awareness,
Right, and that ties into the last point we made, that children in general shouldn't be allowed online.
Yeah.
Because children are the one that this happens to, mostly.
Yeah, children and teens. I'm not saying teens shouldn't be allowed online, because as you get older,
teens
you're going to have to, but
by then they would have developed,
or
at least they should have developed They should have developed their reasoning skills.
Well, that's untrue. We can look at the youth of today; they can't tell right from wrong, and studies have shown that children don't, or people in general, their brains aren't fully developed to make fully reasoned decisions until the age of 26. So, like, when I was talking about the stranger danger, I was talking about teens, too. Like, I think teens should never give any information away. Like, people call me crazy, and it's like, this is, like, back, like, 20 years ago, no one had any public information online. It was all, like, screen names, no information, but now people just want to, they think you have to have everything connected. If you don't, oh, dude, you're not cool if you don't have everything connected. The world is changing. You got to give out all your information. Post your credit card number, man. Dude, give me your credit card number, and I'll let you log on to Steam on your phone. Dude, it's such a good deal.
I know, and it's such a bad message to spread because it almost makes you feel like you don't have a choice.
Yeah, and I also think parents should generally watch what their teens do if they know their teens. Like, I'm not saying spy on your kids, but if you think, like, maybe, checking in, maybe seeing what they're doing every once in a while. Don't hover, but
of course,
if you're a parent, you're there to watch over your kid. So don't say, I want them to have freedom and do whatever they want on the internet at the cost of not being able to protect your child.
Like, because, you can't...
Like, I guarantee half these parents with daughters that and sons, because it happens, that are sending out nudes and posting semi-nude pictures of themselves online, I guarantee the parents don't know about it.
Parents don't know about it.
And if they do, they're not very
don't care enough to know.
Well, if they do, they shouldn't be parents. Like, it's simple as that.
Care enough about your kid, you shouldn't be a parent.
Yeah.
No.
Like, and plus, with the thing of, like, the watching over the internet or setting guidelines, don't get me wrong, I think if the child is proven that they can be responsible and can practice, like, and understand, like, they can reason right from wrong, that kind of stuff, sure, let them have more internet freedom. Like, give them more freedom in general. That's part of growing up. But if they can't, don't give it to them anyway. Like, if your kid can't drive, and you know that if they drive, they're going to kill someone in a wreck, you don't go buy them a car and take them to get their driver's license,
Unless you're an idiot.
Well, yeah, if you're an idiot, you do.
And that's why that happens, because some parents are not ready to be parents, and they're just, if their kids go get a car even though they shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, they just have, well, the parents themselves have the minds of the kids now.
Okay.
New topic!
Next topic, okay. The government shutdown.
Ah, yes.
Again.
Yeah, the government shutdown.
Guess why? It's because the Republicans and the Democrats are still feuding
over the wall and border security. Now, I'm not here to say that it's good the government is shut down or anything, but I think that the motivations behind it are good. Because you see, if there's this much fighting going on in Congress, it shows that Trump is actually doing something for the wall. Because, let's face it, not much has been done. And, of course, we can't expect him to get everything done in 2 years. That's just, unreasonable. And that's not reality. If you live in a constitutional republic like we do, with elected officials and a full bureaucratic, democratic process that has to work itself out, things just can't be done quickly. So, for me personally, I hope it gets resolved, but it makes me very happy to see Trump actually pushing for more actually doing something about border security, not just saying we have to build a wall and then saying it for 2 years and expecting his supporters to stay with him. So I'm hoping some good things come out of
it. Yeah, I mostly agree with that. I'm not worried about it being resolved because I know it's going to happen because it happens every single presidency.
Yeah, like government shutdown. I remember the government shutdown under Obama. I actually only remember it because Bookie2988 uploaded a video where he said that he can't go to zoos to see elephants that are the only mammal that's bigger than him. I'm not making that joke. I'm not making that joke. He made that joke about himself. You can find the video. I'm just saying what he said. He's lost a lot of weight. Looking good, Steven. Loving the casual look. Wait, who are we talking
Didn't we just have a government shutdown just last year?
Yeah, we
probably
we had
did.
One in January.
January.
One in January, and another one. So about the government being shut down because it happens all the time and it always gets resolved. I'm glad to see, because Trump's actually doing this. Shows that he cares and he's serious about what he wants to do.
Well, yeah, and he had to do something because with the bump stock ban. Now, listen, I think part of that was 4D chess because the Democrats, they're not happy with him. They're never going to be happy with him. So it's like he had to give him something so that they wouldn't just oust him for not doing anything with guns. But here's the thing: bump stocks do exactly nothing. Like you could fire just as fast without a bump stock. I mean, I think it's stupid to ban them anyway because I'm like the issue that I am the most libertarian on would be gun rights. I think the populace of any nation has a right to be armed for multiple reasons, which we can get into at another time.
Right.
But because half his supporters, like a lot of the people that probably watch my channel, think Trump is cucking to the left, and so Trump probably realized this and knew that he needed to push for something he was actually campaigning on, like because he was campaigning on not backing down on gun control, like standing up to gun control, saying no, this ain't gonna happen, but we're losing some attachments now. I mean, not too happy about the bump stock ban, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people think. And I think
my only worry is that it gives them more ground, or rather more momentum to ban other things.
Like you do have a point because they might say, oh well, if they why would you say people can like they might look at like a certain weapon site or something you put on the gun and say, well, people don't really need this. We should ban this, and they'll slowly go attachments. They'll take attachments away. At least this is what I think will probably happen. Then they'll probably get to some like higher power rifles. Say, no, we need to ban these because it's like what Reagan did. Reagan was a gun grabber, by the way. Not a Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan was not a good president. I don't know why people like to whatever the word is. I don't know why everybody likes to
glorify. I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, glorify him as some kind of like awesome conservative president.
I mean, I definitely don't think he was a bad president. But
I don't.
He was certainly not the best president we've ever had. Like a lot of like the normie conservatives think. But my free market. That's all that matters.
I don't see anything wrong with him. I think he was okay, but he's not the best president.
Yeah, I mean, the best president wouldn't issue a firearm ban. Well, not all. I should be more specific. Not all firearms, but those darn quote unquote assault weapons. That where a pistol could be qualified as an assault weapon if you put enough attachments on it, but you could have a bolt action rifle and it doesn't count. It's just stupid. But and then a good president also wouldn't grant amnesty to a bunch of illegal immigrants, like not like amnesty on an individual basis, but mass amnesty and forever ruin the status of one of the largest states in the nation. What's up?
While the government is shut down, apparently government employees are still being paid while the government is shut down.
Yeah, well, we see. At least they're still using our tax money. I'd be really worried if they weren't.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're still being paid while they're shut down.
Well,
they are not
doing. They all gotta earn their pay from our taxes, dude.
Exactly. They're still being So here's the thing: they're still being paid, but they're not doing anything.
Well, yeah, but that's why we're paying them taxes, my man. That's why they're taking our money, so they can just give it.
But right now, we're paying them to do nothing.
Exactly. That's what's happening right now. The government is doing nothing.
And why are we still paying them?
Democracy.
Democracy. Democracy is. I don't like that word. We're not. I
Something
don't.
that
We're not
I
really
think
a
we should
democracy.
talk about it either now or at some point is that if you're like a genuine libertarian, you should be against democracy. Like I think that the libertarian argument against democracy, like as proposed by like Hoppe, all those kind of thinkers, is probably one of the best arguments against it because it shows that as society progresses with this democratic view, it's more likely to adopt socialist policies, which eventually take that away. The whole quote unquote voting power kind of gets shifted into the hands of a conglomerate of corporations and corrupt officials and bureaucrats that influence the way society thinks, and it's just one big mess.
I mean, there's two types of democracy. There's ethical democracy and there's unethical democracy.
Well,
Ethical
I
democracy
think
works fine with libertarian ethics, and an unethical democracy.
I have to disagree because I do not believe there is such a thing as ethical democracy. But what exactly would you call ethical democracy? If this is some kind of theory, I've never heard of it.
Well, the theory that I heard is basically, so the example, five people go out to buy something together. All five people agree explicitly that they're going to make decisions about the thing that they're going to buy through a democratic vote. Democracy.
Right, but that I don't think that analogy works as well when we take it to the grand societal scale. Because it's a lot more than just we go in, we go like we decide, okay, what are we gonna buy? Let's just vote whatever we're gonna buy. We'll all vote on it. Well, no, because that doesn't work because people want different things, and they're gonna argue.
Well, that's because
and they're not gonna want to give in.
Right. Well, that's because ethical democracy isn't really we only can really experience unethical democracy, and that doesn't work with libertarianism.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you'll notice like some of the best, like a lot of really good thinkers have been against democracy. In fact, the founding fathers were terrified of it.
Of course, that's
yeah. They were not big fans of it. But I will say, like, I do think that if democracy were to work, I think that it's going to be very hard to get rid of it or do anything like that. So there's something that James also talked about that I think would be pretty good. It's stuff like raising the voting age and limiting who can vote, which I'm not saying by like racial or anything like that, that kind of qualification. But I do think that we should probably limit it because right now it's getting out of hand. You have people saying that people who aren't even citizens should be able to vote, which is that doesn't make any sense if you think about it.
No, that goes against everything that
America was founded upon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like
doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like you see people talk about, oh, we need to lower the voting age so these kids that I already demonstrated can't make reasoned decisions should be able to vote. Well, no, I think we should raise the voting age. I think it should be raised. Make it. I don't know what exactly. I mean, maybe 21, 22? Maybe
voting age.
I mean, because this isn't just the same as saying, oh, let them drink alcohol, let them sign up to go fight. No, this is literally deciding what the fate of the country. I don't want kids making that decision. And I want people, for stuff like taxes, I want it to be people who understand what it's like to be responsible for yourself. And what it's like to have to manage money, Pay taxes, all that. Children don't...
Voting age, I feel like is... Yeah, I agree. It's too low. It's too low right now.
18 is, like, as much as I like to vote, yeah, there's too many kids my age that just make retarded decisions by voting either leftist or I don't know. I voted libertarian, so that wasn't like
Well,
the best
and it's not
choice,
even,
but I still,
yeah.
I was benevolent.
I'm 3 years away from being able to vote. I'll just say that. I don't think personally I'm educated enough to make the right decision.
Like, despite how much I think I'm right, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I think I shouldn't be able to vote. Because the thing is
and then
like,
when
we're more prone to emotion. We aren't as when you're not developed mentally all the way, you're not as logical. But going back to something that Gav was saying, like, I don't even think that it's stupid just because they pick a side I don't agree with. I just think, like, I don't want this, like, your frat bro or sorority chick that go out, they party every night, get drunk, wasted, are just the most promiscuous people ever, doing all these epic weeds. I don't really take their opinion too seriously when they come out the next day and say, we're oppressed. We need to take the money away and give it back to the welfare people. Guys, we're smart. Feminism. We need to have the feminisms. Black people are oppressed. Police brutality. It's just when you see people like that, it's hard to take them seriously because they don't seem very informed on any issues.
Exactly.
Because they have not shown that they've not demonstrated that they have the capability to do the proper research, retain said information, and actually, make an informed decision.
And then,
because if they could make informed decisions, they wouldn't be doing the kind of stuff they're doing.
and you'll see, like, it seems like really their only form of rebuttal sometimes is just screaming, pretty much. And
it's just pathetic.
Same thing over and over again to block out whatever you have to say, even if it's the truth.
They don't want to hear it.
No, they simply just won't put up with it, and that's the wrong mindset to have.
Yeah. Well, and then, just generally having an unhealthy society works against democracy's favor.
Just nuts.
All right, but we've really...
If we have an
Oh, sorry, you...
Just goes to show that we do have an unhealthy society if that's happening.
Yeah. Like, if no one understands how to, like morals or proper self-care... Like, it's not even like a moral thing, it's just a self-care thing, Going out partying, getting drunk, doing drugs, it's just not healthy behavior. I mean, I'm not saying, like, having a drink or two and, like, going out with your friends, it's not going to, like, hurt you, but when you do it in excess, like, all things in excess, that's bad.
Yeah, everything in excess is bad.
Yeah.
I actually have to leave now, so we're going to have to wrap it up early, and we're going to... So thanks for watching. There's going to be links to our social media and yay. Alright, there's going to be links to like our Twitter and Discord and stuff down in the description. These other two guys are going to put the video up on their channel. So yeah, there's multiple places you can watch it. And
so yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, signing out.
Yeah, see you fellas.
All right. See you.